we're just gonna wait on Nate to clean his new Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
I know. Whenever he leaves, I'm going to switch these microphones and put that little red thing on this one. He's not going to know. I'm going to tell him 6 months later.
I've marked it in other ways.
He hasn't.
I have.
He hasn't. He's not going to know.
I know.
And I'm going to tell him, and it's just going to
Who's going to know?
You'll know.
What would you do if you found out that you were like this close to something that Matt's mouth had been like this close to for so long?
I would just be disappointed.
I mean, would it just melt? He'd be like, oh!
Okay. Welcome back to Catching Up with Katie. So this is, I think, our first Catching Up with Katie we filmed in the new year, in 2026. We are super excited for everything to come. We have a lot to talk about. Not really anything important to talk about, but we have a game planned. But before we do that, we're going to go out of the podcast room into the mini barn. So we're in the mini barn for a moment because I need to show you some differences in Coco. So Coco, honestly, we did not think there would be maybe a race for who would be first to foal in 2026 between Raven and the mini horse. Maybe for second to foal, her due date is February 10th. Minis can actually foal a little bit earlier than the big horses safely. She's still kind of early for me, but her udder blew up from yesterday. So let's take a look at her. She's 305 days today. I actually just texted my vet because with the minis, it's honestly a lot of females over at the mini farm, and we don't love to handle progesterone if we don't have to in the form of Regimate. It can cause really a lot of issues with human females with our cycles, with hormones and stuff like that. And so at the big barn, it's always a male who gives the horses their Regimate. Well, we have our mini mares Regimate, we have our mini mares progesterone levels tested, and then if they're fine, we don't give them Regimate. I just texted my vet because with her udder blowing up, she's been laying down a lot, acting a lot different. And that's not necessarily uncommon at this stage of pregnancy, but I want to make sure she cooks it a little bit longer. Again, she could probably have a healthy baby at this point, but I would love for her to make it another week. So we might be giving her some Regimate after today. She has a nice little clipping. I don't know if you can tell, by me. So this nice little clip job we got going on so you can actually see her udder, so that if the baby starts nuzzling, it's not getting a mouthful of long hair. Actually, with miniature horses, because they have such thicker coats than the big horses, it's been known for foals to actually ingest so much of their mom's hair trying to nurse that they colic and they have an impaction. So we don't want that. We did get a little,
Really?
Yeah, we did a little trim job. So if you want to come see her udder, it's significantly bigger than yesterday. I don't think this is the biggest it will get, but seeing that difference, it kind of spooked me just a little bit. But yeah, Coco, I don't know, we might be having a race between Raven and Coco for who's going to foal first. Hey y'all, it's Katie. Did you know that you could bring a little piece of Running Springs into your home? And just so you know, if you're a paid subscriber on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, you will always get a 25% off discount with your subscriber code on the merch store. We've got the cutest merch featuring all the farm favorites, like our mini cows, mares and foals, goats, donkeys, and of course the mini horses. You'll find t-shirts, cozy hoodies, zip-ups, mugs, and so much more. Some of the designs are limited edition, so when they're gone, they're gone. But don't worry, a few favorites stick around at least until the end of the year. We've also started adding fun new things like diamond art kits, paint by number sets, shoe charms, and even coloring books. And trust me, there's a lot more coming later this year. So check back often, and don't forget to join the email list so you don't miss out on the new drops. So head over to katievanslyke.net to get all of your favorites before they're gone. And now, back to the video.
Whoa, gang, that was wild.
That was crazy.
We're going to hopefully keep an eye on that. I really hope that she makes it past day 315 at least. So that's another 10 days. But that's just kind of how foaling season is going right now. Raven is the only one in her safe zone. She's at 326 today. So we're on the cusp of probably being on foal watch for her. But now Coco's being kind of, off and we're going to have 3 mares due at the exact same time. It's going to be a little crazy. So
low key, I kind of want to just, and I would compare it to, I don't know if I can say this. Well, I guess probably I would compare it to whenever my wife and I, before we had Lily, we have like you get a breast pump for milk, and she tried it, and then the very next morning we went to the hospital to deliver.
Yeah, they tell you not to do that.
So of course we luckily she was freaking huge, so luckily we did. But anyway, I think we should just go ahead and stay tonight and just go ahead and kick off.
But what if we're a week away?
But
Because we might be.
That's okay. We can just have.
I didn't pack
Matt-
my go bag yet.
Nate's like, why are you volunteering us for this? Like, I don't want to be here if I
What-
don't have to be.
Was I in that?
I mean, I can just be me.
You're fake.
He's like, you know what? Why don't I
Oh.
just move in?
Only Matt stays.
I'll just.
I'm just
stay.
gonna move in.
No.
I'll
just
be.
in case.
I'll be on watch.
Um,
I'll watch.
we are really excited though
is
because
soon.
this is I think our 4th foaling season. The first one that 2023 was our first one. Yeah, 4th one. So 2023, we didn't actually get a single
Yeah,
full birth
wow.
on camera because y'all sucked, but and the commitment just wasn't there.
Yeah.
The commitment wasn't there.
But now it is.
Then in 2024, we got almost all of them. 2025, we got all but one. And I didn't even see that one. So, and then 2026, we've got 9 full grown and then 3 mini.
I'm so excited for the minis.
I am too. And so we're just kind of like on the cusp of all of that. So we'll talk about that later. I'll go look at Raven. We'll see about if we need someone to stay over. I
just
think
I just want to do it while the excitement's alive. 'Cause it's not going to be there very long.
Why do you say that?
Before long, everybody will just be dead.
Lindsay's going to be helping with Foal Watch this year. She's never been a part of it, and so she's going to be bringing
I'm
the vibes.
comedic relief.
She's going to
It's
be keeping
so
it
funny
up.
watching you just through this little gap that we have, you and I.
Oh, hey.
They have this tiny little gap
Okay.
between the
Well,
camera.
you're split for me.
Yeah, right with the cord.
You think
I'm
you'll be
very
able to carry the
excited.
vibes?
Oh, absolutely.
It's a
if-
huge
if
responsibility.
If the responsibility of the vibes is placed on your shoulders,
Do I-
you can rise to the occasion.
Absolutely.
We've got the ping pong table set up,
If the
which
vibes,
Nate and I have to revisit.
We got a duel.
We're going to be doing a lot more live videos, which is going to be
Yeah,
super fun.
that'll be fun. That'll bring up the vibes.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. I think there's a lot of different ways that we're attacking foaling season this year from a content side of things. Nothing that would cause any issue to the actual event of foaling. Number one priority is healthy baby, calm environment for mom, and like making all of that okay. But we have a lot of ideas to utilize the season, right?
Yeah.
So that's all really, really exciting. But what was it? Oh, what was it that you were talking about right before?
Oh, he was
We're gonna put a
saying
GoPro inside the horse right before the baby
And
comes
then
out for a POV
we're,
version.
yeah, we're gonna.
It's gonna be the
we can
world's
attach
first.
attach it basically to the foals.
With them
I
little,
guess probably
little
I guess
rubber
the tip of
things.
their feet, and then as
Yeah.
that foot breaks through, it's kind of a POV.
World's first POV. You're a horse being given birth.
Oh,
POV birth.
I have to tell you guys something.
She's done that.
What?
Just kidding.
I was just about to say, I don't know if we can put
Are
it
you
in the
serious,
video,
Clark?
but I put my hand up the cow's butt yesterday.
She palpated a cow.
Are you serious?
Did you?
Yeah, it
She
felt
did.
really weird.
Nate's done that.
under
I did that.
supervision of a
Of a
licensed
doctor.
veterinarian.
Yeah.
So did Nate.
Mine was
In a controlled
Fake.
environment. More controlled
mine
environment.
was it was a more.
I wouldn't say fake. I would just say
I would say more of an
controlled.
educational manner.
Yeah.
I think I got a good education.
It was pretty weird. It was very warm.
I bet.
Well, because we found out, so
That's
Maybelle, one of the blue roan cows that was supposed to have her baby at Christmas, she just hasn't had it yet. And it's
She's
January
holding
6th.
on.
And so we had the vet out for a different reason. I was like, can you just like check her real quick and see? I know she's pregnant, but can you see like how pregnant? So her guess is that we're like 2 to 3 weeks away. She was like, she got a cycle later than you think, which I'm like, I don't know by who. So it's a Jerry Springer kind of deal. We don't know who the
Yeah.
daddy is. We don't know. But anyway, right before we started,
Oh yeah.
what was that?
It's just been tossed around that SpongeBob in the office is going to be on the 24/7 because something's going to have to be 24/7.
Last foaling season, we kind of just had like an 8-season run of SpongeBob in a row, and
Too
then
long.
same thing with The Office. And what is our show going to be?
I'm thinking
Futurama?
no. I'm thinking
Terrible
What was it? What was it?
Love it.
Iron Chef America.
No.
Food Network's back in.
Master Chef.
You don't like
Master Chef. All of them are good.
Cake Boss?
Cake Boss is good.
Anything with
more,
Guy Fieri.
more competition wise.
Diners, dive-ins, and drives.
Yeah.
Anything
Diners,
Food
drives,
Network, but
dive-ins.
more competition.
Yeah.
So
things.
like, I love me. Okay, also Ink Master.
Period.
Ink Master's also
Have you
good.
seen the
I would
one?
watch Ink Master over and over and over.
you
Knowing
seen the
what I
body
know
paint
now,
one?
though, it kind of stinks to watch, but I can still
Why?
appreciate it as a viewer. Just like knowing how things are made, it just kind of ruins the allure a little bit.
Which show?
Just like shows
What are you
like
referring
like,
to?
well, like competition shows usually. You don't, 10 minutes is usually in 10 minutes, and
Okay, you just said it had to be a competition show, though.
I enjoy them, especially food stuff.
Right.
But I do have to put that in the back of my stuff that and just watch it and enjoy it.
You have to suspend your disbelief.
Yeah.
Suspend your belief.
It's common with people with extremely high IQs that are just overly self-aware.
So Great British Baking Show. That's on.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
agree.
On the table.
100%.
I'm still in.
Y'all
on
seen the Harry Potter
SpongeBob.
one?
No.
It's great.
I'm in on SpongeBob. I'm probably out on The Office.
I mean,
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
We
if I could
literally
do it.
watched all of the seasons 3 times.
But it's been a year ago.
But it didn't stop after Foaling season. It kept going.
What about Hey Arnold?
I could be down for Hey Arnold.
Little Bear? We're a big Little Bear household.
You're a big Little Bear
I could make it-
household.
I could
Oh,
make
yeah.
I could make a deal. I would be down for 24/7 SpongeBob in The Office if, in between, we get to select an anime.
Well, there is
That
no in
must-
between
that
if it's
has to go start-
24/7.
I'm game to watch that one. What is it when you?
Attack on Titan.
I will watch Attack on Titan. I just want y'all to watch it with me because I need help comprehending.
Same.
Nah, you're insulting your own intelligence.
I don't think I have.
Wait, do you sub it or dub it?
We would dub it.
Ugh.
It's a good dub.
Wait,
Some dubs are good.
We would.
Some
we
dubs
would
are
dub
not.
it. Some dubs
Okay.
are good. We would dub this to make it more watchable for Katie.
I would just have to really lock in.
As you just told me not. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm passionate enough about learning about it to use the brain power to watch it fully without someone being like, "That's because of that."
You don't have to be though.
I think if you just got a couple episodes in.
You don't that's the thing.
I am a couple episodes.
I was
in.
here's the wild thing. I was the same way. Literally around this time 2 years ago or whatever, a year ago, I was in your shoes. Sat exactly where you sat. And I said the exact same
And
thing.
then he
And I watched the
decided-
first episode and I looked at Nate and he looked at me and I haven't watched real TV since.
He
It's
started
true.
his Attack on Titan journey last year in Foaling season, and then decided he was going to wear headphones and not talk to anyone else
That's
the
what
entire
I've
time
heard.
and watch it in the middle of the living room. And so then all of us realized he was on the final episode, and we look over and he's sobbing
It's quite the story.
Oh, it's so good.
Just
It's so
in the
good.
middle of everybody.
Okay, well,
And it's even better the second time you watch it.
what makes us think you're not going to do that again?
You should expect that because unfortunately
He doesn't like us.
there's about 6 different 6 different series
Seasons.
six different
six different
series
series with new seasons.
with new
about to
seasons
drop.
dropping in January. So
About Attack on Titan?
no, just about 6 different shows
Oh, 6 different shows. Oh, okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
that are dropping new
I have to watch that one. I finished
seasons.
Kaiju number 8. I love that.
They have a new season coming, I think.
So the reality of the situation is not much fellowship is
I'm
going to be
surrounded
had.
by nerds.
Yeah.
But for that first Foaling season, we're going to
Join
have fun.
us.
Imagine if you just made the commitment.
Can you
Nerds.
imagine walking in one day and be like, "Did y'all see the new season of JJK?" But Katie
And then
says
we
it,
have it, and then we have everything to talk about.
and we're like,
That'd be crazy.
And then now
What?
Katie is a proactive voice for all that horse girl anime that is
"There's a
now
lot of horse anime in the works." I'm assuming.
Imagine if you made a horse girl
and
anime.
There
then
is a horse girl anime. We
But no, you made a horse girl anime.
we're getting ahead.
and then you voiced a dub. Yo.
I'll
Yo.
Chat.
I'll contact my
We're
people.
getting very ahead of ourselves here.
But anyway, Food Network
I'll find some.
Yeah.
is going to
Okay,
be the move.
I could do
Also,
some
what
food.
is? Here's the thing. I felt very squashed in gameplay last year. I felt that no one wanted to play with me. I felt the vibe was down. I am a game player. I like to commit, and I need y'all to fake it, honestly, and just play games with me. Okay?
Okay.
I
What
am
games
also an avid
Are you
game
willing
player.
to play? Why are you?
Will you pull your mic down a little bit? It's just hiding your mouth, so you can't like read your lips.
So,
Perfect.
what games are you willing to play?
I'm generally willing to play chess.
I don't know how to play that.
Well, we'll teach you. It's fun.
Do I
Um,
have the brain power for that?
Yes.
yes.
To win, maybe not.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's fair.
D&D.
Monopoly?
Dungeons and Dragons. Why not?
Why
Monopoly?
not? We could literally have a campaign that ran
Katie,
the
you
entire
would
Foaling
love it.
season.
We could have a campaign.
It's literally anything. Like it's the
We can
story
make
is
our own characters.
anything.
Hold
Right.
on. I have a great idea. And I actually think this is a great idea. We play Dungeons and Dragons.
And it's everybody's first time.
It's everybody's first time. That's what we stream.
Yeah.
Yo!
We stream us
Yo.
playing Dungeons and Dragons. We set that up. And like, if we're on Foal Watch, the campaign goes on.
And it's like everybody's, because this is very popular, by the way, and everybody's watching our story and our decisions and like what we decide to do. Like the story could be a regular Foaling scene. It's like it doesn't have to be so crazy in depth.
Medieval.
You know, now it's fun because you can be what you can
I
be.
feel like you'll lock
You
into
can be
being
a
the
sexy
story.
alien.
I'm gonna print out.
If you
out
want.
the
If you want.
character-
Dude,
the
this is right up
character
your alley.
It's right up
customization.
your alley. You get to create the
You can
character.
literally be anything.
You get to create what you're good at,
Write
what
your
you're bad
backstory.
at it, write your backstory.
Let me print
how
out some
your
stuff.
character would interact with the
Yo,
world.
we're doing this.
Let me print out
Now
some
we have
stuff.
4
It's-
people.
Okay.
As a writer, you would love it.
Okay, I'm not saying no. What are some games that are like a one-nighter that you'd be willing to play?
Sorry.
For what?
That's the game. No, that's the game.
What's that?
You've never played Sorry?
Sorry.
No.
I'm gonna
but
print
I
out
also
some-
would
some
like. I
paperwork.
would love if y'all would
We can-
grace
we can
me
play-
with the opportunity of Catan a few more times.
I've never played. I would love to play.
Why do you hate Catan? You liked it before I
I
started
like-
playing.
I like Catan because at least Catan has somewhat of it. It does have an end.
Maybe if we
a
got
quicker end than Monopoly.
maybe if we got a different version of Catan.
Why do you not like this version?
We have-
I've only
I
played it
like this
twice
version.
because no
There's
one will play
different
with me.
versions.
There's different versions, like different.
I can get behind it
scenes
because Catan is. I will definitely get behind it a lot easier if you have committed to Dungeons and Dragons. I'll get behind anything.
Yeah, I mean Dungeons and Dragons just it's had a huge resurgence. It's back.
It's cool.
There's a
Stranger Things.
there's a group called Dimension 20, and they do it live.
Yeah, there's
They have
audiences.
events.
Like,
They just sold out Madison Square Garden, and they're just on stage playing Dungeons and Dragons, and people are watching.
because the stories are just
It's,
they
they're
get
telling
crazy.
a story.
They get crazy.
It's like going and watching a play.
and you decide like, hey,
They're
like
acting
somebody
this out.
busts through that door.
Do you dress up?
What do you
to
do?
Play it?
You
Yeah,
could.
you can.
I
Oh,
would.
I'm
I would
dressing up.
encourage it. I would dress up
I'm gonna be
You
a
would?
sexy bartender.
for sure.
Like the dream
I
scenario.
do fantasy.
And you get like
So
the
you don't wanna
Fairy
do fantasy?
bartender.
What?
You don't want to do fantasy?
No, I said you've got to do fantasy.
Oh, yeah. You
can do
She
whatever
said
you
she's
want.
gonna be a bartender.
You
Why
can be
can't
a-
I be a fairy bartender?
You can. You can
I
be
you,
a.
you can just be you can just be a regular person,
You could just
I
be a
want to be a
wench.
regular person,
but you can.
but I don't want to.
You don't have to.
You have like we have books on it, but you have like you can get like a starter game that has a starter story
It
that
was all
you
like
don't.
medieval.
No, I'm gonna print
You
out
can, you
print
can
out
do
like
whatever
for
you
her.
want. You can be an orc.
You can do anything.
You can be a wizard.
You can be a Catwoman. You can be a wizard. You can be
Let me get some literature on
Can
this.
we?
I have
can we come up with
literature
a
on it.
theme
Okay,
that we
bring it.
stick
Yeah.
to if we're gonna play it?
Yeah, you do. So like the DM, one
So,
of us
like,
one of
we're
us
all
would
in
be the,
medieval times, or we're
We
all.
would.
You know.
we would have a plot. It would be
there
like
would be a time that you're in.
yes, here we are in medieval times. We are all 4 knights, for example, and here's the start of our thing.
It would be
Bam.
something like
You get a letter that
you could open up and be like, the years, 1546. You're all sitting around a table at so and so place.
the parlor,
This is happening in the
the
background.
pub.
This is going on. The smell in the air is this. Like this is where you are. You look. You hear a noise outside the building, and this happens.
It's
you
a
turn
dragon.
you turn to see the barkeep, who makes a face as if this has happened before.
or suddenly reaches under the table.
Suddenly reaches to grab something,
What do you do?
and then you go, "What do you do?"
And you roll, and whatever
Whatever you say you're going to do, you have to roll, and then it works or it doesn't, and there's consequences. And the story changes based on, did what you say you were going to do, like, were you effective? Did it work?
It could have 15 different endings. So you say like, I want to go
So
ask
it's
the
a lot of
bar.
chance.
Yes, I want to go ask the bartender
It's not skill.
what's his problem.
To some degree, it's skill. To know,
Decision
like,
making.
You have to make smart decisions. You might make a stupid decision.
You're walking down the road. You see a fork in the road. One goes right, one goes left. Down this path, you see blank, blank, blank. Down this path, you see blank, blank, blank. Which do you choose?
Like there might be you might pass
Blank,
a
blank,
field
blank.
full of beautiful flowers, and you decide to go pick some, and then, well, yeah, you pick some, and I just informed you they're poisonous, and you've got 3 days to live.
Oh,
I want to go right. I rolled the wrong number.
And
Well, your character mentions right, but he was outvoted, and now everybody goes left.
Now, are you off on your own?
Are you going to keep going by yourself? So it's like
There's
it gets crazy, and like these guys that like do it like Madison Square, like the stories are like these guys
They're
are
so good.
have like tables that have like immersive like screens underneath. Like if they're going through the ocean, they'll have like waves and going like the lighting
you can
that'll
like you can build a table with a TV underneath it.
have a
get
little
your
haze
scenes.
machine. Like just
You have your
add to
characters.
So
the.
who writes it?
The DM,
The
the
DM.
dungeon master.
Now they have all kinds of preloaded
Who's
stories.
elected dungeon master?
Just somebody.
Somebody.
Does it. So like if I did it, I would essentially be the storyteller.
So do you play?
Yes.
No,
No.
no, you're not a player.
You're the architect of the story.
You're the architect of the story.
And these guys like
'Cause you
the
know
really good
everything.
ones put like I mean they have binders. They have like
I have the
lore,
story.
the lore of it. Because if you have a question, I have to have an answer for this made up thing that we have. Like if you have
So who's going to be our dungeon master?
probably one of us,
One of us.
just to make it like because we'll probably do the effort
to
of
make
like
it good, one of us.
well
Yeah.
we'll make a good story. I
Well,
feel like
we'll
one of
write-
us.
I'm gonna print out some characters.
I'm personally would get something like an example story if it's all of our first time. Like they have starter packs that has a starter story and starter characters.
Why don't we do that at first?
Yeah,
Yeah, but we'll branch
Let's
off
do
of it.
some research.
but we can branch off. But anyway, yeah.
We'll get together. We'll order something.
The
We're
first
in.
step,
We've
all
already
you
got it.
all you have to do, this is it. It's happening. All you have to do is print out your character sheet and fill it
And
out.
just make your character and then show up and be ready.
So we
We're
could
gonna do this.
we could
Be
be
ready-
making our character sheet.
Be ready to get
this
tossed
week.
into a story, into situations, and you got to figure out what to do.
And I think now it would be cool, and I can look into how this works if we did have like a preloaded story that possibly all four of us could play, since it's preloaded, and we would just like look and see what the things are maybe. But other than that, it would just be one
Yeah.
DM.
Yeah.
But anyway,
We'll discuss.
I think you'll have fun.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
speaking of games,
speaking
though,
of games, I've been dying to know what this is.
Okay, so Matt has been. It's not that special. So we decided we're gonna play this little game to end today's episode. So I don't even know what this game is called. I saw it on social media. So how you play is there's two players.
What
You each have letters
the?
to
Okay.
start off with. So each player knows what these letters stand for. You're trying to guess what your opponent their letters stand for.
Okay.
So let's say like the first word. I don't want to use mine because I already came up with it. So the first word you
you
say
don't give the first word.
you might, but we're not going
You
to.
could use cowbell, bell tower.
Yeah, so like the
Okay, I
first
see.
is
I
C,
see.
and then the next is B. You'd be like cow. Okay, the next word bell. Yep, that's correct. And then the next letter down only has
Goes
to
with bell.
go with the word above it. Like it doesn't have to
Yeah.
go with the whole theme. It
That
can
makes
like
sense.
dance around. So if we're going back and forth and I guess it correctly, I get to keep going. If I guess it incorrectly, then it goes to her turn
And
to guess
she-
mine.
I got you.
And then if I think you can ask for a hint, and instead of guessing,
You ask for a letter, maybe.
you can, I think you can guess for a letter or a hint or whatever.
Okay.
But you're giving up your turn,
Gotcha.
and I think that's about it. So we were gonna play. You want rock paper scissors for who goes first?
So y'all two are going against each other.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Okay. My
Okay.
first word is camera.
What's your first word?
Shark.
Shark and camera.
Shark bait. Ooh,
Okay. I'm gonna keep mine up.
Yeah, keep it up.
Okay. Rock
Oh.
paper scissors. Rock paper scissors shoot. All right, I go first. Okay. The letter is T under shark. So I'm gonna say shark tail.
No.
Okay. Well then I got it wrong. So it's now your
No, it's
turn.
your go.
What is it? An M? Cameraman.
Yes. Okay.
Man
There's-
child.
I didn't think you were gonna get that one. Okay.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have. I would have said man camera.
Child.
You're not gonna get this one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm thinking of a vine. A child.
I can promise
You
you.
so biffity.
You know what vine I'm thinking of?
Yes.
A child.
That's what I'm thinking of.
I thought you meant a type of vine. I was like, what?
No,
yeah.
like a vine video.
I know. Okay.
Can I have a hint?
Okay.
You get a letter. You do a letter.
You can do a letter.
Yeah.
and
Because
the-
you might give a good hint versus a bad hint, and the letter.
What are
seems
the
fair.
rules?
So you gave up your chance.
Okay,
to
that's fine.
Guess now.
Okay.
Okay. Not shark tail. So it's shark. Is it so obvious?
Oh, big time.
I mean, it
What
could
if you
be
get
wrong.
it wrong?
Tooth.
No.
See, now that was a good one, and I didn't think of that, but that's a good one.
That is a good one, though.
That's a good one, but that's clearly not it.
What?
Clearly.
I'm having a hard time.
Well, also, I'm just changed my answer because now I'm thinking it's something different too. But anyway,
I think
Okay,
I'm right.
back
I mean,
to me.
it.
I think-
Once
no,
you get
no
it, you'll be like,
hints.
oh. Okay,
I'm gonna have to ask a hint on the next one for a letter.
child. I need another hint.
no, she was.
Another letter?
Yeah. Or, I mean, if you want a hint instead, like a regular hint.
No, a letter.
Okay.
I don't even know how to give.
It's hard
a
to be
hint.
fair with hints, because what if you give a bad one?
Okay, I need a letter.
Maybe.
That's not. That doesn't help me at all because I already said shark tail, and then so T-A. No,
I mean, I
that's-
have a hint if
that's
you
what
want
it
it.
is.
I can give a hint.
Well, now she's already given me the letter.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Child. Read? Child reads?
no.
Okay.
Okay, shark.
Only one possible answer.
I'm blanking.
I know that's
I'm
the
blanking
worst.
on that.
I
That's
mean-
the worst.
I can give the best clue of all time.
Go clue.
And I
Okay,
know a
Go
I
clue?
would like a clue,
All right, here it comes.
and I can't guess until the next time.
I'm worried.
This is your clue.
I got it. Okay, I'll wait. You have to go.
Okay, cameraman, man, child. What the heck?
What
What the heck?
Having a hard time.
did you get? Oh wait,
No, I got my hint. I can't guess until
Gotcha.
the next time.
oh yeah.
That's where I would go.
Real?
Such warm breath.
You say real?
Mhm.
No. Okay. Tank.
Mhm.
It's
Okay.
also different being the ones holding the board and one's
Tank
watching.
top.
Okay.
Okay, see, she's on a roll.
No, here she comes. She's cooking.
I now also understand how the game's played.
Top down. Download.
That was good.
Is that one word?
It just load is a word. And
Okay.
it goes
Okay.
down.
Okay. Yeah. I see.
Load up.
Wow. You're cooked. And it can't be. It can't be, right?
Uptown.
It is.
I would never guess that.
Oh, that's fine. Can
So I
I
win.
can I
What
guess?
was
Can I
yours?
guess?
You want to guess?
Child rearing.
Yes.
Rearing-
Hold on.
What?
I want to do it right.
You never heard of rearing?
Child rearing.
Rearing horse.
Yes.
Horse foal. Billy.
No.
Philly's pee.
Nope.
No.
Horse.
it
The
is
Philly is not pee.
No.
Horse.
Matt. It's so simple.
What is it? Horse.
Lindsay?
Forelock.
It's think simpler.
Think simpler. Field.
Farm.
Farm. Horse farm.
It's a horse farm.
Okay.
Gonna be a horse outside.
Rearing was ridiculous.
I win out of our. No, it is not.
Nah,
Child rearing is
I had
very normal.
rearing. I had rearing.
Yeah, rearing
pegged
was big.
early,
Whatever.
Hey, I couldn't get Shark Tank though, so.
but she couldn't get Shark Tank.
Yeah, that was
so-
wild. That was odd.
All right, here you
Is there
go.
another one over there?
All right, boys. Now you have to do it. All right, turn to where they can see it. Okay,
What the
mountain and water are the first words. Okay, we did rock paper scissors to see who starts. Y'all should do that. Got it, Nate. So water and then F underneath it.
Water fountain. Okay.
All right, Matt. What's the letter under mountain?
C.
C.
Oh. Oh, I think I know.
I think I know as well.
A mountain C.
Mountain C.
I wish it was D. Get it? 'Cause then it'd be do.
Truthfully, the follow-up was necessary for me. I really don't know. I don't want to be a coward and get a letter on the first try. Crevice? It's really not. What's crevice? I'm stupid.
No.
You guessed though.
I'm gonna go waterfall.
Crevice. Look at that.
Out of all words, crevice.
Okay, waterfall.
Let's go fall off. Okay.
Nope. Just get a letter.
Yeah.
You want a letter?
Yeah.
R. I'll write it.
Oh, and that doesn't help because that goes with crevice.
Well, it just fuels what I was gonna say had I not got a letter.
It's not the word I was thinking of.
It's not the word I was
Really?
thinking
What were you
either.
thinking of?
Climb.
We don't need to.
Climber. I'd never thought about that.
Climb is good.
Hey, easy.
Well, that's not it.
Yeah.
4 T's?
That's what I got excited about.
You just saw
Yeah, I
that?
just saw that. Go ahead.
Um.
I don't know why I immediately looked at you. I'm sorry. Lindsay.
Yeah, what did I do?
It was in his ear.
Over.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh,
that's what I thought.
I thought it was over.
Crack?
No.
No. What else are
You got,
there?
it's an O, right?
Yeah.
Waterfall.
What's a
All.
CR what? Make any sense, dude.
On.
Nope.
This is interesting.
Yours is interesting. I feel like mine's significantly easier than yours.
Really?
Really?
Okay, I can't.
I'm
drink.
not getting it.
Oh,
I'm not
I know
getting
what it
it.
is.
Nate's?
I know what Nate's is. No, I know what yours is.
I really don't. I don't need a letter.
Oh, you need a letter?
Watch it be E.
Crevice. Edge.
He's like, it's
Uh,
crevasse.
give me a letter.
I can't.
well,
You'll know.
he can't guess it till the next
I
time.
can't guess
though.
till the next time.
Oh.
Okay. Your turn.
Creek?
No,
Really?
really. Fall out.
And then from there,
Outside.
He's gonna get it.
okay, there's multiple
There's-
ways this
Yeah.
can go.
Many.
Sideways. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking that one. You could go
I
way
had to go. I
below.
had to go with the
Give me a letter. I'm going to have to bank on getting on a roll of these last
It's gonna
four.
be V. Okay.
Oh. Is that what you thought it was?
In the same.
Yeah, I'll take a letter.
You're just stretching it out.
I'm not.
Crest.
Yes.
White strips. Okay, mountain crest. You get to keep going.
I know. Crest what? Ta.
Just don't say something that you don't mean.
I mean, not a clue. Not a clue. I don't even know.
Do you have any idea?
Crest.
Oh. No.
Do I get a hint?
You can.
I don't know how I would give you one.
You can ask for a letter.
I'll do a letter. Coward away.
Yes. Okay.
It was what I was going to say, probably.
Sidewalk. Walkway. All right, what you got?
Top?
No.
What is it?
Toothpaste?
Toothpaste.
Oh my gosh.
But you said white strips, and I thought you were blowing the whole thing.
Not even.
I didn't mean
Not
to.
even in the same atmosphere.
So, yeah, let me write it.
And then okay, toothpaste top.
No.
What's the second letter? Tube.
Toothpaste
tube. Tube top.
Nope.
Just top.
Not tube top. I'm realizing now this was a good line. Tube top? I didn't even think of that.
Tube.
See, like, what am I doing? What am I doing with that? I had walkway. What am I doing with that?
Tube. TV.
Tube TV.
See, bro, we'd have been here for 45 minutes. I'd have never got that.
TV.
TV tray.
Whatever.
You know, an old tube TV.
I don't know
Who
that.
calls
Mountain
it tube TV? What is tube TV? Oh, I thought you were referring to YouTube TV.
No. This kind of TV. An old tube TV.
Oh, got it. Got it.
I wish
We had Mountain Crest toothpaste, toothpaste tube, tube TV, TV tray, and a string of T's like you've never seen.
Of
I got
course.
so excited.
Okay, do we play now? Just we can like make it shorter on film just to see who wins the game as a whole.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, give me my thing back.
Well, then we won't have one.
Well, Matt, you don't need one
Why?
because you didn't win.
It's me versus Katie.
All right, and now it is time for me to beat Nate and be the overall winner. So we have to do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Shoot. Okay, Nate goes first.
Let me finish writing my letters.
What's your first word?
Moon. And the second letter is L.
I figured it out.
Yeah, I got all of yours. I
Um,
might be wrong.
They're not hard.
I know. I could be wrong, though.
light.
Okay. That's a good one too.
I'll take a letter.
Okay. Now I get to guess on yours.
I was wrong.
Shine.
No.
Really?
What? Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm at a loss. Lice.
Oh.
Shh.
Wait, is it? What's the second letter?
Don't say nothing. Are you tracking? Okay.
I need a letter. I'm lost.
Okay. Sun. Set.
No.
What?
Real. I should have known that he wasn't gonna
I'm.
do.
Is it words that go like? It would be milk chocolate fountain. It would have to be like, for example, words
That
that
works, right?
are
Yeah.
together. It can't be like
Split a word in half.
milk chocolate dessert.
No.
Like
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
It
do
could,
that.
but what
That
I'm
works.
saying is like it couldn't be like camera, lens, tripod. It couldn't be like words that just are in the same
Yeah, no, they
category.
need to be
You
like
couldn't do
referred
lens,
to each other
tripod.
left,
They
like
would need
next
to
to
go
each
together,
other.
right?
It would have to be like a word, like it is like moonlight.
You don't think?
Yeah.
Is something
I'm worried that it might not be
the
like
one she's guessing right now?
yeah.
Pause. Let me double.
You're still on me, right? Or am I on you? Is it my turn?
I think it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna need a letter, I think, if those two are not the
Well, now I feel like I was so sure on that, but I did. Now I'm second guessing.
Okay. Well, I can't guess until
Oh.
my next turn.
Saber. Saber tooth.
This next one's gonna be tough, I think.
Tooth fairy.
Oh, nice. Oh
got you
man,
good.
clutch.
Fairy godmother.
Nope.
Oh no,
That wasn't my instinct.
you caught yourself.
Yeah, you heard me stutter almost.
Yep. Nope. That's not it. Sun.
Again, I'll apologize. This is what if this is not what it's called. But I mean, I think it is. But it may not be what I hate that I've done this. I told you I was struggling.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this.
Adam.
I hate that it's gone this way.
I mean, you've won, like for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
it
mean,
doesn't
you
feel
should feel
right.
happy you stumped us.
It doesn't feel right.
I think I'm gonna need another letter instead of just shooting off the hip.
I'm going to give you another guess as well.
Okay. I think I got it.
I'll even allow you because it almost feels wrong to me. I feel like I've messed up a little bit somehow. I would even go as far as to provide this word and continue.
This is developed. He's like, I'll give you.
Is it shade?
I'll just tell you.
Yes.
What would you? I guess those are the things that you like put in your car.
You put in your car.
No, that
I feel like
That
that's
works.
A
That's
word.
real.
I don't know how to proceed now because I didn't get it.
I'm just gonna give it
Sorry.
because
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just gonna give it. I had already offered the word.
Okay.
I wouldn't have. I didn't know that's what they were called.
He made me think that I had gone way too left
Shade
field.
tree.
Yeah.
Tree branch.
No.
No. Okay.
Fairy garden.
Really?
He won.
This is where I thought the trip up would be, not at Sunshade.
So tree. All right. What is it?
Tree beard.
No, I would have never gotten that.
See, that's where I thought you would be stumped.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Not at Sunshade. Tree beard is the giant tree character in Lord of the Rings.
Never seen it.
Tree beard.
Treebeard.
No.
It does go together, but you got to know Lord of the
Right.
Rings.
You have to know ball.
You have to know that character.
Right.
Well,
Know
I
your
don't,
audience.
beard. Hair. Hairnet.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought tree beard was the stump, not Sunshade. And then
Treebeard is next time we will limit it to not characters. No more characters.
I just thought that was the one I was most excited about. Tree beard.
Also, just
Well,
because I want
here's what
to.
I thought would happen. I thought you would get through Sunshade quickly, get to tree, get stumped,
I'm just too
have
stupid.
to ask for a couple letters, and then be like, beard? I'm like, yep. And then you would get beard, hair, and net really fast.
Gotcha.
I thought we would fly through this, maybe a couple turns of stump here. And I thought I'd probably be stumped a couple on one of yours,
Yeah,
which I
Saber.
was.
Saber didn't.
Like, Saber got me.
I thought you had clocked it like immediately,
Mm.
and I couldn't be like.
I was gonna say
Matt
light
knows
show.
this because he didn't.
Showtime. That's
But
where I was
by the
going.
time we didn't get to shade fast enough, I thought I'd messed up, and I knew you were going to struggle with tree beard, and it just felt not right.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the game. I'm sure they will make it a lot more exciting in post
Well, it'll be so fast
than it was during this because it took way longer than expected. But let us know any other games you think we should play or topics that you would like covered in future episodes. I think the next episode needs to be a Q&A. So if you have any questions, especially going into foaling season, let us know in the comments. And thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next one.